It's Funderdome. It's like a mini version of the traditional Who Would Win episode. The combatants will be announced. James will then have 1 minute to debate. Ray will have 1 minute to debate. James will have a final 30 seconds of rebuttal, and then the judges, TV's Rachael, J. Wilkinson, and Dain Geist, will decide who wins. Here is your battle.
Would it be Port
Yes.
Sagas?
I have been calling every guest TV's blank for about the past 3 months now.
Wait, isn't that
Don't know
Gina's
if you've
bit, though?
noticed.
Why? I have noticed, and I felt that it was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's my bit now. Suck it.
Listen, I've been on TV quite a bit.
James.
I've been on television once or twice. There you go.
Thank you. I've been on Kitchen Nightmares.
That's the guy spitting food out of his mouth.
Yes, I was the guy spitting food out of his mouth. Thank you for noticing.
James, you're repping Bojack Horseman. Ray, you have the critic Jay Sherman. James, you have 60 seconds and begin.
All right, this is going to be fantastic. Now, what a lot of people don't know about Bojack Horseman, of course, you take a look at him, it's half man, I guess, half human. At least it's a humanoid horse, or is it a human that's horseified? I have no idea, but he gets away with it. Now, some of the superpowers that Bojack Horseman has, he's got a stomach that can digest almost anything. His bite force is superhuman because he's a horse. Fun fact, if you take a horse, compact it into a human-sized body, it can destroy probably 100 to 300 psychologists at one time. Now, what is the opponent that he's facing? The critic. Small little guy, no athleticism. Bojack Horseman, a little bit taller, bigger, no athleticism. If you take no athleticism, but big, strong in the form of a horseman versus small little, critic, can't really do much, and it's a fight, the stronger, less skilled versus weaker, less skilled person will always win. That's why Bojack Horseman destroys the critic.
Ray, you're debating against, I guess, Bojack Horseman.
Horseman.
Your character is
That's his
Jar
name.
Sharmarn. 60 seconds, begin.
The thing about the critic that you have to keep in mind, first off, is that he's shorter. He is shorter, but he's a little bit more stout. He's a little bit more close to the ground, better center of gravity than the lanky, tall Bojack Horseman. And I have not really seen either of these characters fight, but Jay Sherman does live in New York City. And let's face it, Bojack lives in Hollywood. And that just is going to make one tougher and one a little bit softer, because we all know Bojack likes to hang out at his pool getting drunk, and Jay is fighting pizza rats on the subway. At the end of the day, besides the fact that one is going to be angrier than the other, and the fact that he's going to be a little bit maybe tougher in the streets, there's hatred going on right here, because Jay hates everything and everybody. He's a critic. It's his job to hate things. And there's nothing that Bojack Horseman hates more than himself. So at the end of the day, when these two fight, Jay's going to put some hate on Bojack, and Bojack's going to eat it. It stinks, Bojack's fighting style.
James, your 30-second rebuttal begins now.
Listen, I know critics. I know short little critics. I know short little critics from New York. And you know what gets them really happy, out of depression real quick? A sandwich or a bagel or some food. And all of a sudden they're really happy. Guess what? Bojack Horseman, give him some food. He's still upset. He's still angry. You know why? Because he's angry with himself. That's inside. There's an inner fire that will destroy everything around it because it's always hurting him. I'll take my insidey pain and put it outside on the critic.
Wow. Now we go to the judges. It's a snark-pocalypse. Who's the master of sarcasm? Who cuts deeper with their rapier wit? Whose gallows humor reigns supreme? Is it an inner fire, or is it a tasty bagel? Rachael and Dain! Who takes this?
I'm going to say James might have taken a knife to a gunfight. He doesn't realize he's in the room with East Coasters.
So I don't know either of these characters very well, but just based off of the descriptions and whatnot, at the moment, I'm going with the New Yorker. I'm going with the critic.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So your final decision is based entirely on location.
Do you have ever lived at any moment in New York? Go with the New Yorker.
I do have one question.
Wait. Hold on a second. I'm married to someone from Brooklyn. Okay, I get this. every single day. I know how tough she is. She reminds me. She shows me. She tells me. And you know what happened? She came out to LA and got even tougher. Sorry, New Yorkers. That's what happened.
Well, maybe if Bojack if Bojack were married to you, he would be much tougher. I feel like that would be a trial by fire.
Does Bojack
His bite force alone would increase dramatically.
I was going to ask about that. Does Bojack eat like food?
Yes, he eats pizza and other person food.
Yeah, mostly alcohol though. I think
A lot of
alcohol
booze.
and pills.
So he's drunk.
Which means his pain tolerance is insane.
Yes, but he has no ability to stay on his feet.
What kind of drugs does he take?
All of them.
A lot of Xanax, I think. A lot of Prozac.
A lot of prescription drugs. Yeah.
With the alcohol.
So you have you have someone who is
You're not supposed to mix
shorter,
those.
lower center of gravity, better balance, right?
Yeah.
Taken on a drunk horse.
Yeah, and to be fair, in the opening intro of Bojack Horseman, he falls off a railing into his own pool while others look on in horror every episode. So, that's what you're getting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I'm going with the critic on this one.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, friend.
sorry too. That both of you have
Betrayed
really
you
just
on a
missed
deep
this
and
one.
profound level, haven't we?
Yeah.
Drunken style kung fu applied to a horse-like humanoid. Yeah, small little critic.
Bojack
who's
did
out of
kung
shape,
fu,
can't do
you'd have an
push-up.
argument, James.
Yeah, I didn't hear you
Do we
bringing
know
in
he
any sort of
doesn't?
kung fu references.
You know he
Animal
doesn't.
style
It's
kung
not
fu
a
right
good
there.
who would win
Horse
argument.
fu.
You had a minute to bring up the kung fu. You had a 30-second rebuttal to bring up the kung fu. You had like 3 minutes of whatever this is to bring up kung fu, and you finally bring it up. Sorry, man. You lose. And that is Funderdome. Thank you to all the patrons. If you have suggestions for future segments, DM me at Twitter at 999 RPM. Kazizza.